Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress, the romantic fairy, and this time for your weekly reading and love message from your person, I'm actually doing a channeled message using, for each pile, a different tarot deck. And so, as you can see in the thumbnail, we had pile number 1 is the ring. And these are drawings that I did myself. Pile number 2 is the key. And pile number 3 is the lilies. Let's get a little background behind the ring. The ring represents contracts, union, commitment, connections, cycles, engagements, eternal things, everlasting. Definitely a ring can represent marriage, partnerships, a promise, and relationships. And then we have for the key, this represents solutions and access and certainty and doors open and important things, mastery and necessary. Feels kind of like code words too, and code messages and numbers, special numbers to remember things. And it is about security and solution and success. Number 3 is aging, wisdom, contentment. It could be a doctor, a family member, a father figure, a guru. Represents cold things like frost and snow and winter and serenity, gestation, quiet, grandparents, peace, harmony, maturity, morality, a patron, and any kind of relative. And it can also represent sexuality in both forms, like a hearty sexual life and also an abstinence of sexual life or purity. So those are some possibilities. The lilies has the most meanings of all of them, and so it can be sort of confusing sometimes to work with the lilies. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. You can choose by number, which is 1, 2, 3. You can choose by timestamps. You can choose by any other method, and maybe more than one, but this feels like it'll be a little bit more specific and direct from a person of interest to you. Now remember, male, female, masculine, feminine. You just put yourself where you see yourself. If you feel like it's a message from your person, then that's great. But it can also resonate as yourself in there, and so a message from yourself as well, or just like a higher message behind the situation, or message from spirit as well, because that's going to be coming too. I'm going to have additional messages from spirit to go with each pile. All right, so let's breathe in through your nose. Close your eyes, release your breath through your mouth. Open your eyes and let them drift to the pile that's calling you. Let's begin. You picked pile number 1 with the ring. And he's kind of like a combination of people like Henry Cavill and some of my features and so on. And so we talked about what the ring means. Let's see if we can find an additional card. So this can be the companion. This can represent you. This can represent something about the situation. We're going to do a companion card. My bracelet's bothering me. Ooh, it's windy out there. Oh, right. We have the fish. That's a very good companion card. So this situation could have something to do with fertility, with maybe even getting pregnant. This could have to do with money and finances. This could be that your person or this guy, yeah, your person is an entrepreneur and making good money, and money is flowing, and finances are important, and maybe there's a reason why something happened that you're coming to this video to get some answers, to get a message, and it could be pertaining to your person and their finances, okay? And their importance in work, maybe. So sometimes that's what happens when we don't get, I guess, what we're looking for from our person, I guess. I don't know what it is exactly that's going on here yet, but it's the day after Valentine's Day, and so I feel like a little bit of a mea culpa, a little bit of a doghouse energy for today. So, you know, like a forgive me, or I'm sorry I wasn't there, or I wish I could have done more, or something like that. And some of what, you know, it's important for you to have self-worth beyond what the person does, of course. But let's see what your person wants to say. This deck is my deck, the Enchanted Romance Tarot, the newest edition. I hear a plane. There could be some traveling going on. The Fool. I don't want to be a fool for you. My throat is tickling. I don't want you to feel like you're a fool for me, because I want you to know that my feelings are real. And I don't know what to say. There's like, I'm sorry, but there's like extenuating reasons why things happen the way they do. But you can have faith. You can take a leap, you know. I promise I'll catch you. I will. I'll be there for you. Just have a little bit of faith in me. Or a lot of faith in me. Because I know you already have a little bit of faith in me. I'm dealing with demons. I'm dealing with my shadow self. I'm dealing with the good and the bad that you bring out in me. You are an angel. You are a light. You are amazing and beautiful. But I am like very attracted to you, and I think of you, and always, you know, I think of how I want to be with you. I want to be honest, I want to make you mine, you know. I want the control in the situation too. It's not like I want to control you, but I don't want you to control me. I want to be the one in control of this situation, and you make me feel like I'm losing my control. Like, I want to give to you, but I don't want to be a fool for you. I don't want to lose control. But there's a lot happening here beyond just the physical. And I feel like I need to balance things. I need sometimes to pull away because I get so obsessive. And the feeling feels kind of good, and and intoxicating and exciting, but is it something to base a relationship on? Even though the basis of all of this is love, the extremes make it feel so hard to maintain. So I have to practice moderation. I have to. There's just no other way. But to be honest, like, I do have like hope in us, you know. I would give anything to just go down on one knee and propose to you and ask you to marry me. I would love that so much. I would love you to be in my life all the time. I like think of it that way. I think of it. But is this just an illusion, or is this even possible? How is this possible? But this is what I dream of. I dream of saying things to you, to your face, and holding your hand, and singing and talking to you, and reciting poetry, lyrics, just basic feelings, you know, just telling you face to face how I feel. I do want this between us. I want to hold you close. I want to take you in my arms. And I want you to know that even if I'm not expressing myself right now in any fashion, that there will be a time where I'll be more able to talk about it. But I can't just yet. My throat hurts, like I can't talk about it yet. When you're there by somebody's side and they need emergency help, and all you can do is just be there for them until help comes. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, let's just be there for each other until help comes. Like, maybe a divine intervention will rectify the situation. I don't know what else to do. I just have to, like, we both have to have faith. You know, we have to give it up to the higher forces that they know how this is going to work out. And you're my high priestess. You know, you're intuitive. You understand these things. I don't even have to tell you things. I know, though, that doesn't make it easier, that you're so wise and you're so psychic and you know everything. It doesn't make it easy for you, I know. I know you want me to actually say things to you, but I can't right now. So please use your intuition and just know how I feel and what I'm thinking. Just know it. Use your intuition, please. The sun will come out tomorrow. It's gonna be okay. I just know, big picture, it's gonna be okay. Alright? I love you, and hang in there. It's gonna be alright. That was kind of hard. Wow. It was very intense and very deep. This person really loves you so deeply, so just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get A true love message. I don't know why I decided to do it this way today. I was feeling not as cutesy. I was feeling more profound energy today. Connect with me, but they do need space. And then they're not letting go. There could just be a little need for space right now, because they're dealing with a lot of emotions. So let's get a message, a heart and soul message. Okay. The second one says help is on the way. Let me look at that one first, because in the raging sea, it kind of goes with that, you know, help is on the way. And in this image, I can explain a little bit. The Nine of Swords is the wounded warrior, and the way I depicted it in this deck is that the romantic deck, it shows a love of two people for each other, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic as well, but it's like best friends, like being there for each other. And so let's say this guy is wounded, right, and it's his friend. It's like, I'm here for you until the EMT comes, until the ambulance comes, or whatever. It's just that kind of energy. It's metaphorical, but it could be literal. It could be anything. It's just like being there for each other during difficult times. So that's what. And then you know, your person was saying that it feels like it's hard to know what to do, and that there needs to be divine intervention, and so help is on the way. The raging sea will soon abate, and a great light will heal your heart. This is a time of deep, profound, and positive transformation, but courage, strength, and patience are required. You were supported by a sea of love. That's very nice. Let's see if these even resonate anymore. Oh, look, you got the sun, which, you know, that's your final card. And it's great that the sun is the final card, because it's like happily ever after. It's like the sun is coming out and it's going to be fine, you know? So within the transcendental realm of your soul, there are endless universes, each inconceivably vast and at the same time inconceivably small. Even the tiniest particle of subatomic matter, there is an endless expansion. Creation is a cosmic motion picture in which you are both director and actor. Look within and express outwardly the endless waves of love within you. May your love embrace the earth and fill all creation. Well, it's very beautiful. Let's look at the pictures. And then this one, very nice. I love Tony Carmine Salerno's art, and I think he's also kind of a poet as well. That you are dearly loved is an eternal truth. For the grand cosmic scheme of things, only love is real, and only love will remain forever within our hearts. Love does not judge you, it just unconditionally loves you. It is the true wisdom of consciousness. Seek shelter in love, and you shall hear the song of spirit and be guided by its sacred sound. This one feels so personal to me. Like, I feel like the embrace of it, you know, of this reading. So That's why I guess I'm a little bit emotional, but I hope you like that. I don't think I'm going to do charms. It just doesn't seem to go with the flow, but please let me know if you like it, and please subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and join if you're interested in joining. I would love to have you as part of the Sparkles of Light, and come out and see me on Tuesday and Friday nights at 8 o'clock, and I usually post this reading at 11 o'clock either on usually on Sundays, sometimes on Saturdays, but mostly on Sundays at 11 o'clock. So always look out for this reading on Sunday at 11. All right. I don't think I have anything else particularly scheduled, but I might do more of those kinds of scheduled readings. Most of the time on Thursday, I have a pick a card, and feel free to ask in the comment section for a specific topic that you're interested in. All right, I'm going to move on to the next. And you chose pile number 2, which is the key. And I needed to clear energy 1 really good here. Sage it up good. Well, it's not sage, Palo Santo. Kind of similar though. Smudge it up good. Let's put that way. Smudge it up good. Okay. So you have the key, and we talked a little bit about what the key represents. Open doors and stuff. And I was trying to say code, and I'm talking about like passwords and things like that use numbers. Even the number that opens your phone, if you have a number or pattern even. I'm using the Polaroid Tarot by Queen Sugar, which I love so much. And but before we do, I'm going to see like what kind of partner card goes with this key. It could be a person, it could be part of the situation that's happening here. I felt a little bit heavier energy today than yesterday, and I don't know, it could be day after Valentine's Day, it could be lots of things. I feel like astrologically it's different. I know, because I checked. It was like this, like Valentine's Day was kind of like an isolated happy energy, and then like in the midst of a lot of heavy stuff. But also, there's also sometimes miscommunication, disappointments, doghouse energy, a lot of stuff that that may need to be worked out on the day after Valentine's Day. So let's see. I know that some people are just feeling like maybe they didn't get to connect, or if you're here most of the time, you guys come here when you need to know what your person is thinking or feeling, or if they have anything to say to you, because you haven't had the kind of communication that you want from them. And so, yeah. What else do we need to know about this person or situation or anybody else involved? Okay, so the moon, it could have to do with moon phases and cycles. We had a full moon on the 13th, and we're going to have a new moon again towards the end of the month, I think on the 26th or 27th. And the moon is a good sign, though. It represents recognition, creativity, emotions, fame, honor, reflection, and a growing romance. So for a lot of you out there, this could be a person who's sort of new in your life, maybe, and maybe had certain expectations, wasn't sure what's going to happen. So we'll see what happens here. This is a collective message, but it can feel very specific to some of you. So I'm just saying, be loose, be open, and doesn't resonate, you can try a different pile, or this just might not be your reading. But anyway, let's get started with your messages. I'm gonna shuffle the deck really good. I feel like there could be somebody here who's like famous or like in the limelight or has a channel or somehow well known, even in a small scale. All right, one more time. Okay. All right, you've got me feeling a little, feeling, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say to you. I'm feeling kind of exposed right now, to be honest. It's like who invited me here, and now I have to be honest. And I feel like it's not that I haven't been completely honest, but I'm really trying to show my best self to you. And so since we like just barely getting to know each other, you know, there's some things about me that you may not know yet, and I'm not sure when I'm going to tell you. And don't worry though, it's nothing bad. It's just, I just want you to think of me as like a good person and somebody you know, I want you to feel interested in me. I want this to go somewhere good. There's just a lot you don't know about me yet, okay? But I don't think there's nothing for you to be scared of. Nothing to be scared of. It's okay. I think we just need to take our time, get to know each other slowly. And like, you know, I don't know a lot about you either, and you're kind of interesting and mysterious. And are you telling me all the true things about yourself as well? Like, are we being honest with each other? So let me know. So I'm very traditional. I'm very connected with my faith. I hope you're not just saying that you're of faith because I am. You know, that's okay to be honest about that. You don't have to. You don't also have to, you know, cater to me. I like people for who they are, and I'm not judging you at all, you know. But I want you to know that my faith is important to me. I may not talk about it that much, but it is. It really is. And my morals, and I find like a person's morals and character like really important part of who they are, like way more important than your physical body. I can see it in your eyes. I see, like, when I look at you, I can also tell when you're kind of keeping something from me. So I just feel like, you know, we just really got to be more open and honest, because, you know, that'll create more intimacy with us if we can be just a little bit more vulnerable with each other. I guess I gotta do my part too, but I'm feeling like I'm like a little bit like don't want to open up to you if you're not gonna open up to me. So I guess this is gonna take its time, but just want you to know that I am interested, and I see something in you, and I just want you to know too that I'm a very traditional guy. Like, I'm not gonna I don't like to go too far outside the box, although I can try different things. Sometimes there's certain things, I have a certain way certain things I like to follow, certain patterns, certain things I like to do. I'm not gonna veer from that too much. I'm gonna be myself, but you know, I will like be open to suggestions and listen to you, and if there's something that you like, then I may actually try it, for both our benefits. It's like I'm not totally against trying new things, but just, I'm kind of set in my ways, and at times I'm not trying to be stubborn on purpose. It's just kind of the way I feel comfortable and the way I'm raised. But, if there's issues, don't feel, like you have to keep it inside. You are definitely welcome to talk to me about it, and we can figure this out so we can get even closer and continue with our connection. And you're very sexy. Very sexy. Like, there's times where I just, I want to go way further than, maybe sometimes I want to rush things, move a little faster. But there's part of me too that realizes, I'm very moral and I'm very moderate. And my moderation is not about me being a prude or not being interested in you. I'm just telling you that much right now. You're very sexy and you're a very amazing person. I'm very attracted to you. I just feel like going slow is the right way to go about these things, because I want to build I want to build an emotional connection with you too, and that to me is a little bit more important than just a sexual connection, because I feel like you're worth it and we're worth it to each other. So yeah, I feel that an emotional connection is important. And you look like you're doing great all on your own. Like, there's times where I feel like, does she even need me in your life? Like, she's got it together. You look gorgeous. You're always like, oh my God, your nails, your hair, your clothes, and it feels like wherever you walk, you have like this halo around you. Like, it's like you're walking with the sun shining on your back or shining over your head. Like, you literally look like an angel. Like, you're glowing all the time. And I'm impressed by your style too, and just the way other people react to you as well. Like, a lot of people seem interested in you. So, like, where do I fit in this situation? Like, am I just, one of your choices, or are you really interested in me? And if so, that's great. Like, I'm not jealous or anything, but I just want to know that there's something more going on here, and that we're just simply taking our time getting to know each other. So, yes, congratulations. I can't wait to celebrate with you. I think your achievement is awesome, and you're look at you. Like, you've got it all going on. You create the most amazing things, and you're just the most amazing person, and just being around you is like a party, and it feels like I'd like to take you to parties. I'd like to show you off. I know that's a little bit of an ego part of me, but really, like, with you by my side, I feel even more confident. You are like definitely the type of person that not just show off to my friends, but bring home to mama too, because you're that kind of person to me. You just have it all. You make me feel like life is good and worth celebrating. And I'm cool. Like, anybody, you have friends, whoever, I can hang with your friends and you can hang with mine. I would be so, like, honored for you to meet my friends and hang out with them. And my family, definitely. My family too. Yeah, so friends and family, yeah. And yeah, you are so cute. You have such a great sense of humor. You're so, I was gonna say fiery and bubbly at the same time. It's like kind of both. You're not like, yeah, you're bubbly, but and passionate and fiery and funny. You're like everything. You make me laugh so hard. And your smile is like, I don't even know how to explain it. It lights up the whole universe. You're so beautiful. I don't know what to say. You just impress me, amaze me. You're so, I feel like, I feel like when I talk to you, it feels like Love is Blind a little bit, or Love at First Sight, or like all of those love cliches. But I know what you look like, which makes it even sweeter. But I love the person underneath that beautiful body and that beautiful smile. I love your personality and all your talents and your style and your love of life and your effervescence and the way you just move around the world, move through the world. And, you know, I take you to my dreams too. And I would really like, you know, to continue seeing you, talk to you, write to you, text you in any way possible. I feel like I do want to keep moving this forward. Feel very good about it. All right, I'm going to be brave. And I'm going to talk to you. I mean, I'm going to say something more in person, but maybe not right here. But, yeah, there's a lot I got to say to you. A lot. But, I feel happy expressing myself. It's almost like a weight off my shoulders, to be honest. There was so much I was keeping in because I was a little bit afraid to be vulnerable with you. But now I'm feeling like the benefit of it. The benefit of like real blatant honesty. But like the good honesty. Like the true honesty. Like how I really feel about you. Not trying to fake you out to make myself feel safe. No, I'm going to tell you really how I feel. And I might ask you out again. All right, maybe by the light of the moon. Fly me to the moon. Oh yeah, you are like the sun and the moon, and you shine like so beautifully. You sparkle like the star and diamonds in the sky, and you glow like the moon. You glow like the sun. You glow like the moon. You're just, I don't know how else. You know, you are the sun and the moon to me. And you'll be hearing more about that soon. I just don't want to give away too much right now, since it's still kind of new, but also it just feels like I'm just not the kind of person that says a lot up front. But hang in there, you know. I'll be more vulnerable and tell you more about how I feel. But I really, really, really like you, love you, impressed with you. So I'll see you around. All right, so I'm gonna get a true love message. But before I do, I think it's kind of cool that the moon came out and we have the moon here. And this had so many females in it, right? It's like this guy is super focused on you as the feminine. I'll just put it that way. So male, female, masculine, feminine, you can just kind of figure out how you want to place yourself. But the majority of my audience is female. and most of them are also interested in the male. So that's why it's just easier to do it that way. But yeah, put yourself where you see yourself. So if this is like, if you feel like you're the one talking, that's great, you know. But I do feel, and it's okay to also be your higher self talking to you if you're not really resonating with a particular person saying these things to you. But you're pretty amazing. Pretty darn amazing. And this very traditional religious guy likes you. All right. So let's see what the true love message is. Okay. He was holding back, but it feels right. So like, I think he's coming towards you more, like he said, when it feels right. The other thing that I got out of that was, for the majority of the collective watching this is a kind of a fresh or new relationship. But if you feel like that part didn't resonate, that you've been in this relationship or in situationship for a long time, that's cool too, because it could be like, you could be kind of in a cycle pattern where you might get close or you might open up and then it kind of, you know, they close off again. They, you know, maybe they act sort of like a Cancer, like a crab, and go back into their shell or something. Or, you know, or your full honesty doesn't seem like, just like really laying things on the cards down or really talking about true vulnerable feelings don't seem to happen a lot in your connection with this person, even no matter how long you've been with this person. So don't let that new vibe get, you know, throw you off. But I do feel like for a lot of people it was kind of like that. And, you know, not necessarily have to be religious. It just feels like kind of set in their way energy, or very traditional. Could be, you know, like politically conservative even too, which, you know, could be a factor here. And yeah, and a lot of focus on you. It could be partly because they're trying to not focus on themselves. Like, they could be shy, or they could have issues, some other issues that keep them from fully being completely open. And it's pretty normal with the masculine out there, you know. It's like the masculine are really trying to find themselves, and also right now Mars is in retrograde, and so the masculine are going through a little bit of something with the retrograde, you know. They may not be fully able to express themselves. And soon enough, the Venus will go into retrograde, and then we'll get to go through it too. Yay! And then eventually we'll both be direct again, both Mars and Venus, and we'll maybe communicate again better. Well, I'm going to see what kind of message we get from the Heart and Soul cards. And this is also Tony Carmine Salerno's art. Very beautiful. And yeah, another thing, like some answers and truth could be coming through the moon phases, and I feel like an astrological energy too, because I ended up talking about Mars and Venus. So, you know, if you follow astrology, that could be very helpful to you too, to figure out where y'all are at. I feel like I'm just gonna, okay, let's just do it this way because these cards don't flip that great. Okay, this is saying something will be revealed in a dream. Okay, and yeah, you had the dream card too. This is not just dreams. It's also about meditation and contemplation and quiet time. Also, I'm curious to see what Queen Sugar says about the Four of Swords. Let's see. She says, Healing, regrouping, rejuvenation, solitude, relaxation, rest, meditation, and mental health. So it's just kind of like a, a personal chill moment, but also it could have to do with your dreams. All right, and then we have, so something will be revealed in a dream or through someone you trust. The information sheds light on something that has remained hidden from you for some time. Suddenly the missing piece of the puzzle appears and you're able to see the bigger picture. This is really cool because it starts off with the Seven of Swords, which is somebody's like hiding something. I don't know, I couldn't really tell if it was you or him or both of you, but that's why it felt like a new relationship, because sometimes new relationships or new people in your life don't try to put their best foot forward, and they don't always tell you everything about themselves up front, for like fear of chasing you away or whatever. But it's, to me, that's natural. Like, we don't always divulge every damn detail about our lives the first day we meet. But then again, if you're been in this situation for a long time, like I've known that energy myself. Like, what is this? Why can't it feels like some kind of block that's keeping our communication from flowing easier? What's going on, or what is this that's keeping us from uniting, coming together, Other situations are black and white a little bit more, it's like a little more obvious. You see your person is busy with family, or you see your person that has a lot of dedication to work or whatever, but other people, sometimes it's hard to tell what's going on. So I feel like really happy for you, because it feels like the puzzle pieces are coming and you're going to see big picture, what's really going on, and that can help bring you two together. And then everything starts to feel right, It's just like he said, he just needs to get past a certain point, be more vulnerable. And in that moment of vulnerability, he actually felt better when he was being 100% honest than when he was trying to be cool and not tell you nothing and be with the buddies and not say nothing. You know what I mean? There's that, I don't know, it could be not really, he's not really toxic masculine, but there's so much of that toxic masculinity that can be an influence and a play here as well. And so when that falls apart, when people can learn how to be vulnerable, both sides of their yin-yang energy, the masculine and the feminine, and really tune into what it really means to be masculine and what it really needs to be feminine, and how both sides of your personality can coexist and be harmonic. Anyway, so I don't know where I'm getting all that from, but I feel very positive about this, so it feels very happy, and so I hope you like that. I'm not going to do charms, it just doesn't seem right with the energy to go into charms, but if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber, but if you are, thank you so much for coming back, and I'm going to move on to the next one. And you picked pile number 3, and here we have the handsome Lily's guy. That's what I call him in my art. Lily's guy. He's very cute. Look at those lips. Okay. Anyways, Lily's guy. So let's so we did talk about what the lilies means in the intro, and it has a lot of meanings. So let's see what goes with it. Let's see if there's a person or situation or another card to kind of help us understand the lilies. All right, we have the mice. Right, so in my deck, the mice sometimes can mean like deterioration or something falling apart or something unraveling. It can also feel like a gnawing feeling. But in my deck, I see the mice as kind of like Cinderella's mice. They're like the little energy entity that works behind the scenes. Like the elves in the elf story. What is that? Elves. It's just like how we see elves like working behind the scenes to create a surprise for us when we wake up. And so the mice is kind of like that too, like a little surprise that's being created behind the scenes. Yes, so let's see specifically. The mice is Pest. It can be a pest. Now, if you're here listening to this and it's your person and you pick this pile, this person shouldn't be a pest to you. But there could be something about the person that's gnaws at you, that, bugs you a little bit. This could also be just helpers, like it could be a very important helper, and maybe there's a lot going behind the scenes that you're not aware of. It could be like a gnawing thought or a worry that you have about something. This can also represent an unconsidered alternative. It can also represent cleaning and clearing, like your home and your area, repairing things. This could represent a friend who overstepped. So somebody, it might not be him, like a friend that came in and overstepped and created an issue between you and your person. And it can also represent the reverse, an unexpected ally, somebody who helps you in your situation or who frees you. Or this person here could be somebody who frees you from another situation that's not healthy or helpful. So just like the lilies has so many meanings, I feel like there's a lot of variables in this pile as well. So we'll see what we get when it comes to your channeled message. It's going to be very specific and personal to some of you, and some of you may not resonate with it. So if it doesn't resonate, then either pick a different pile, or or this isn't your reading. I just feel like those of you who it's meant for, you'll find this, and that's the way the pick-a cards are supposed to work. I really do appreciate you following and watching everything I do. That is like beautiful. That's just amazing. But picker cards are also meant to have sort of a spiritual law of attraction energy to them as well. So please, choose it if it feels right for you. Okay. And male, female, masculine, feminine, they're interchangeable, and put yourself where you see yourself. But generally speaking, this is a message from a male, most likely, or a masculine. But yeah, there's a lot of couples out there. There are male, female, and the male in the relationship has a stronger feminine energy than a masculine energy, and the female could be a little bit bolder, stronger, more worldly, more go-getter, more out there, and embody more of the masculine. And that's natural. That can happen a lot. So you don't have to, you can watch this in any way you want to. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, and I'm gonna do a little bit more. I sprayed some liquid sage. Do a little bit more. All right, that's helpful. Okay. Is that good right there? I hear my ear ringing. Okay. Well, hello, beautiful. You are my queen. You are beautiful, romantic, psychic, creative. All the things that impress me so much in a woman. And I just want to let you know that I see you, I hear you, feel you. I feel like we have a really great connection, and just want to say that I do. I see you. I notice you. I notice how amazing you are. And I'm doing great. Having a good time. I saw you the other day, by the way. I don't know if you noticed me, but I noticed you. And I was gonna order you a drink, but I don't know if you were interested in that or not. But maybe someday maybe we can like hang out and celebrate find a time to talk over drinks or coffee or whatever you're interested in. Sounds good to me. If it sounds good to you. And like, I was noticing that you have, it's almost like you can read my mind. I feel like when you're around me, your eyes are so penetrating. You have such an intuition about things, and it's a little intimidating, to be honest, sometimes, but it's also thrilling at other times, because it feels good to know that you get me, or that I don't have to say too much. Do you want me to say more? Because I feel like sometimes some things are best left unsaid, and in the silence between us is the actual communication, where we use our minds, our psychic connection. I think that, I don't know if I'm exactly psychic, but I do pick up on your vibe. I feel your vibe. And you're just gorgeous. You look like you have it all. You live a life of luxury and contentment, and just makes me wonder, would I make your life any better being in your life? Because you look like you have everything you need, like you don't really need anything else. I'm almost worried to disrupt your peace and your tranquility and the comfort level that you're used to. I don't know if I would be able to provide that level of comfort. I can try. I'm just not sure if you don't seem high maintenance per se, but you do seem really well, like you take care of yourself really well. And there's got to be some work that goes into that I don't know what you need from me in this regard, but I'm just saying that you are amazing, and I'll do my best to get in your level. And I feel like we have an amazing connection. You know, if I can't give you lots of money, I can definitely give you lots of love. But I'm really, really working on the giving you everything, all of my heart, everything that I have. And I feel like we are very compatible. We see things the same way. I feel like when it comes to love and romance, we have the same kind of giddy, romantic energy, that sweet vibe that we know, like, where there's this kind of optimism and sentimentality, and I'd love to write songs to you and poetry and play music and share feelings. I'll share my feelings with you. I'm not scared to share my feelings with you. Anything you want to know, you just ask, and I will open up and tell you. And the main thing I want to tell you is just how amazing you are. You're wonderful. You're beautiful, amazing, marvelous, all the positive adjectives I could possibly think of. You are all of those things. And so expect me to give you a phone call. Would you like a phone call or a text or something? Like, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to be too pushy or too annoying, or get in the way too much of your peaceful, happy life. You seem like everything's going so great and going your way. Like, I don't want to bother you too much, but if you would like, I can give you a call, or I can give you a text. We can talk. We can, enjoy time together. If that's what you want. Also, things are moving kind of fast for me. There's a lot of stuff going on, and then there's slow periods where nothing's happening, and then a lot of stuff, and like I have projects and I'm working on different things, and I get busy, and but it's not, it's mostly just like things around the house, or things for friends, or doing my own projects and stuff. But I definitely can make time for you if you would like me to give you a call or something like that. I'm worried that we might not have a future, not because of me wanting it, but because of you not wanting it. What do you see for us? It feels, there's times where I feel like there's an ending here. Am I bothering you? Are you done with me, or is this over? Like, do we have any more than this, what we've had so far? Is there chapter 2? Are you not interested in pursuing this relationship anymore? Or was there like a death in your family, or is everything okay? Like, from appearances it seems like things are fine, but then that's my fault for not asking. I feel like I could do so much more, and then I get scared because I feel like if I talk to you, maybe you'll say, it's over between us, and I don't want to actually hear the words. I just want to have this illusion that we're still together, and hearing you say it's over would be devastating. But yet this distance that we have is also not very comfortable or happy, but at the same time you look happy, so it feels like for some reason this is the sustainable situation. And although I don't think you might agree that this is sustainable, I'm just getting this vibe that you don't want to be with me anymore. But then again, it could be because you're a Scorpio that you're hard to read sometimes, even if we are the water people and we are psychic and we read each other's minds. I don't know. I feel like if you're not a Scorpio, then you got Scorpio somewhere. There's something secretive about you, something I don't fully know about you. And yet, I don't know if I'm making it any better. I feel a little defensive about how things have played out. I feel like I know that it's mostly my fault, but I feel like we're both part of this, that it's not just me. Like, are you sure, like, I feel like I'm trying to understand it without talking to you, because I'm afraid to defend myself. And I'm afraid you're not going to understand me if I defend myself. But I do have something to say that will explain things, but how do you really explain it when so much time has passed? It's almost like I could call you and explain things, but maybe you've already lost complete patience with me, and it would be, I'm just always thinking of all the scenarios, and like I end up talking myself out of explaining myself. And I get in my head a lot, and I'm back and forth, and I'm never really come to any kind of conclusion. I just stay in sort of this, instead of making a choice, I make no choice. And then I stay in the no choice forever, because it almost feels like the most comfortable place to be, in the no choice. Even though it's not good for either of us, it just feels like the safest place to be. Because I don't know how to get closer to you without actually getting closer to you, and then I don't want to break up or change us in any way, because I don't want to let go. So I'm staying in this stuck energy. And the moon, the 5/8 moon, the full moon, the phases. I heard that the moon changes the tides, and it can affect us too. I like how you talk about astrology and the planets. It's fascinating to me, and you could talk to me about that under a full moon, maybe. There's also, the unknown is just always there. And I don't know if I'm afraid of it. Maybe I am. I'm afraid of the unknown. I'm afraid of what I see, because I feel like I'm psychic too, and I'm afraid of facing the thing that I see coming towards us. And so I avoid it. Do you want me to be your Knight of Cups? I mean, take action, move towards you, physically demonstrate my love for you, show you how I really feel inside. I feel like that's the solution to this, is that I stop being afraid and I actually take charge, if that's what you want. But I'm afraid now I'm going to get rejected. I'm afraid if I make a move that I'll be rejected. It shouldn't be that these cards have fear behind them, but I'm going to be brave. Should I be brave? Do you want me to be brave? I think I'm going to end it there. Let me see what's next. Okay, well, he's busy at work. Oh, maybe y'all can collaborate together. That would be good. But I keep hearing the mice gnawing at my head as he's channeling, because I feel like he has such a desire to be with you, hang out with you, move towards you, make a life with you, or all these things, whatever it is. But he has his fear gnaws at him all the time. It's always It's like constantly this kind of like negative self-talk that keeps him down. It's negative self-talk, a constant kind of like, it's almost like on a record player in his head or something. I want to go through everything real quick. Okay, look at this, you guys, because this is like, y'all are twin flames though. Look at that. It's the King and the Queen of Cups. So you are either high-level soulmates or twin flames. You are of the same suit. You're psychically in tuned. You're really a beautiful couple here. You definitely, or the feminine here, definitely is psychic. And the masculine usually is by default when they're the cups. And also by default because the feminine is. And you share this very, very strong, overabundant love energy. Whether this is meeting at a bar or not, or drinking alcohol or any other beverages, to me, this is just like a very happy love vibe. And it's like wish fulfillment. And yeah, this is the feminine looking great, being happy. and a communication. But you know, like this, but that 9 comes in like shit, you know, okay. And then the Death card, which could, you know, mean that it's this Queen of Cups is a Scorpio possibly, but doesn't have to be. The death could be for lots of things. It could be an actual death in somebody's family. It could be a lot of like changing and transformation in people's lives. It could be this transformation between a couple where 2 people are kind of growing in different directions and they're not the same as they used to be, so that could cause something there. And that could be part of the defensiveness, like what's going on here, why do I feel defensive now? Because maybe we're just not the same people. That could be what's going on. But yeah, the staying in the mind, which is a very dangerous place to be when there's these mice gnawing at the mind. So it's almost like monkey mind, but with mice instead. And yeah, and the moon also kind of is like, in this case, the moon is not necessarily about, you know, astrology, but it's, the moon is the fear. The fear, like, was in every sentence almost that he was saying. And the only solution really for the two of you to get anywhere in your connection is if he takes on this knight role, where he's actually gets on his horse and he goes towards, makes the action. But the problem is, like he still has this fear that you would reject him now, even if you might have not have rejected him before. Something about there's a difference now in your situation that makes him feel like that you would reject him, that something has changed, something might have transformed and created a different dynamic in your relationship, even unseemingly, you know, even without speaking to each other. All right, well, let's get a true love message. This day is so weird. It got cold, and even last night it was so cold I had to put on my robe, and then right now it got hot and it's like 80 degrees in the house again. I don't know what is going on. Please listen. So he might end up trying to talk and defend himself, like if there, you know, there could be some kind of thing that happened where maybe you see it in a certain way that may or may not be valid, and or true. Let's say you're the way you see things is valid. It's just it may not be 100% accurate. So he may try to explain a little bit more. And gosh, all right. So he has kind of a fickle energy, to be honest. So he needs to breathe. I just feel like he doesn't like talking and defending himself. He doesn't like it. It's like he has to walk away from it. It's the energy's too much. Like to talk about his. He doesn't like to defend himself. He doesn't like to talk. Like he can't. He's not sure about it. So whenever you'll talk about anything, it makes him feel uncertain and makes him a little scared, and then he runs back into a shell. And I feel like it's sort of a pattern, and it could be just something that's part of him he has trouble overcoming, with not just with you, but I think with a lot of different people. It's a type of communication hang up. I don't think it's not that he's a bad person. It's just that something that happens in his mind. It could be like it could be that he needs some kind of counseling or therapy or whatever to help him understand what's going on, why he has this certain pattern, and why he can't get out of it, why he lets himself like self-sabotage so much, or why even the smallest regular conversations blow up so big in his mind that it's too much stress for him. Like like two people thinking two different things. That's just too much, Like he'd rather have constant harmony always, which is doesn't happen in relationships normally. Like, most people have to deal with differences, and most people have to learn how to compromise, and most people have multiple ways of seeing things. And to him, his only ideal would be if he didn't have this conflict at all, a conflict of interest, a conflict of ideas, a conflict of anything. That the people that he wants to be with around are people who are always thinking and saying the same thing as him. And that's not a lot of people. There's a few people that may be like that, but if there's anybody around him that says anything different, then he either gets really quiet or he has to have a breather time or time. So to find you at all, to be excited and happy in this relationship with you, is because you have this amazing psychic connection that goes beyond like the misunderstanding that words bring. Words can be confusing, but the quietness, the stillness is beautiful and light-filled, and it's harmonious. But the physical world to him, and the way people communicate in the physical world, is sometimes too hard for him to grasp, and he's not really sure how to do this. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. And so let's see what Spirit wants to tell you with the heart and soul oracle. And yeah, he could be like building, making things. Somebody down the street banging on something. So pardon the noise. We have, you are currently too close to see things clearly. Okay. Detach a little and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. By emotionally detaching from the situation, a simple solution has also becomes clear. It's kind of interesting. So I feel like if you're making this like really personal, like he's doing this to me and how dare he or whatever, maybe treat him more like if he was a special needs person. He's not doing it to you. He can't help it because he has a kind of disability. It could be that, like in his communication skills or something in his way of thinking. And so give him a little time to figure it out. But let's see if there's any other message. And I'm really not trying to put your person down. He's not disabled or anything like that. But you know what I mean. It's like we're much gentler and more understanding of children and of older people or people with mental challenges or that kind of thing. And we're so hard on everybody else, like we're so high expectations. But maybe if we just treated everybody with a little bit more compassion and tenderness. It's hard to be human and navigate this world sometimes. It's hard to communicate. What if he's like a starseed and he just never got used to communicating like a human or something, Okay, let's see what else. So close your eyes and feel yourself embraced by angelic wings of light. Feel the light dissolve your fears, concerns, and doubts, and fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is safe and all is well. There's no need for concern. So yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, there's lots of things you can do, but getting mad or having certain expectations not really going to make a difference. Letting go, detaching a little bit, letting him grow, learn, and make his own move towards you is the best thing to do. And I think it'll work out. It'll work out in the best way. Okay? All right. Well, I hope you liked it. Thumbs up if you like that. Feel free to comment below and share, like, and subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, thank you so much for being a subscriber. So appreciate you very much. And I just want to say I'm not going to do charms because it kind of doesn't really flow with this type of reading today, and it's already pretty long anyway. So, but thank you so much, and I'll see you at the next reading and at the next live. Thank you for those who came out for my Valentine's night live. That was really fun and cozy and happy, and yeah. You know, right now we're having a Mars retrograde, and it's not easy for the masculine, so cut them a little slack. And when it's time for us to go through our Venus retrograde, then maybe they'll return the favor and cut us some slack too. Anyway, but I'll see y'all next time. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.